Hey y'all, Dekumon here and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV Shadowbringers. Oh my god, I have waited so long to finally reach this. But anyway, welcome to the third expansion to Final Fantasy XIV, the one that brings the level cap up to 80 and brings the story to some seriously new heights. Now, if you are just joining the channel and basically starting in the middle, first off, welcome. Second, you're crazy because you are going to be horrendously lost because this literally picks up right where the last expansion let off. So I will throw a link up in the corner to the beginning. I know it's going to be a long watch, but trust me, it's well worth it to reach this point. Second, gotta clear the knot counter. Always gotta do that. So back to 0, sorry. And then last, but certainly not least, the opening demo video. Now, this is the first one that actually has speaking lines in it, so I'm gonna have to be a little quieter than usual. Though I gotta say, this thing still gives me goosebumps every time I watch it. It is gorgeous. Like, you thought Square had got their trailers up to the 9s with Stormblood. No, this thing showed they were taking it to a whole new level. Back at the Gimlet Dark.
How many years have come and gone since that day? How many years have I waited for this moment?
And yes, for those not in the know, the human there on the red cloak, that's supposed to be us, the Warrior of Light.
For the one that stood alone against the storm.
See, I told you this would have been more dramatic with us as a samurai. God damn!
For the one they called.
And then there's this song. Oh my god, I love this song. This song is just so flipping good. I mean, these guys, Soken here, man, my man, you have like seriously taken the music up to 11 in this expansion. Apart from one theme, which I will critique when we get to it, but we'll get there. Anyway, our poor Warrior of Light flashing his life before his eyes. Very wanderer. No fight left to fight. No life left to live. Oh, it comes. The end. Your end. From an angel? Yeah. As you're going to see very quickly, the theme of this expansion is light is not good and darkness is not evil. Not outright, at least, for both of them.
Fool, who are you? No one, nothing.
And also showing off an ability that I honestly wish Square would implement for us. Even if it's just in a solo instance, or just in a series of instances that are unique. Give us the ability to change jobs for specific instances mid-fight. That would be so cool. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Orange.
We may accept this fate or defy it, but we cannot deny it.
That's right. Orange's got himself a job change.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles.
Oh, axe fail. And yeah, there you go. See, he's changing between every job he's got in a desperate bid to try and take this damn angel down. Nope, Dragoon failed. So let's try Monk. Oh.
Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
Stola? Didn't he call him Matoya? Ooh. I always love this. Literal fat cats. And there was our first reveal of one of the new jobs in this trailer, because this was the expansion that debuted the Gunbreaker. And who should wield it?
This town certainly has changed. We've not at all for
But our boy Thancred, also with a new job change. Holy cow, that lion's pissed. I love that movement.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Minfilia.
What? Minfilia? She don't look anything like Minfilia. She's too damn young and cute. That's the Crystal Tower. I love this song. And here was our other double reveal. The Dancer job and the Vera race all in one. Of course, we knew Gunbreaker coming into the trailer reveal, but no, we did not know Dancer. Here it comes.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must be undone.
Well, it didn't work. Okay, let's try Samurai then. Hey, he's got the moon veil, and it didn't do shit.
If history must be unwritten, let it be unwritten.
Damn it. What works on this thing? Whoa.
Become what you must.
Apparently that works on this thing. Whoa! Jesus Christ, he split the sky. Yoshi, you badass.
Become warrior of darkness.
We're gonna be earning us a new title this expansion, The Warrior of Darkness. And yes, that was Dark Knight. All right, let's get right into it. It's good to be back here in Eorzea. Oh, I can tell you the lands between, they ain't a friendly place. And it's time to kick right back up to it. Wait, what am I talking about? I have something important to talk about first, and that is what class I'm going to be playing Shadowbringers main story through, because it ain't Bard, nope. We're going to be playing through Sage. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, wait, where's my job quest video then? Where's my job quest that I'm going to be playing through? Well, I have a bit of an announcement on that, and it has been something I've been thinking about for a while. The job quests are going to be regaled to a separate series, which I will start once we, cap off Endwalker, or at the very least catch up in Endwalker. So for the time being, no Sage job quests. I could have done Reaper, but Reaper's pretty much locked into Endwalker at this point, already being level 80 on the other character. And once we finish the main story with Sage, I'm thinking I'll pop one of the job skip potions, and we'll try another 80 class. But enough about that. Now, with our new job and our new fancy schmancy glasses, Tataru, let's take our first step into the Circus Trench.
Good news, Dekumon. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for that beacon.
Ah, finally. It's only taken you, what, a couple months since then?
Apparently, our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down into the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower.
That sounds promising.
A path I doubt we'd ever have found had the Ironworks and the Scions not added their numbers to the party. Thanks to them, we have eager eyes aplenty down there, checking under rocks and peering into every nook and cranny. Still, it sounds like there's a lot of ground to cover.
Oh, then we better go and give them a hand. Sounds like tedious work, but not as tedious as waiting around, I suppose. Come on, let's go give them a hand.
My thoughts exactly. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is this mysterious voice is coming from.
That's my thought there.
And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose.
Damn right we don't have any time to lose. And already our first nod.
There's a boat in North Civitia waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way.
North Silvertier. And there's our new quest accepted jingle. Well, since we're on our run, I might as well go over a couple things here really quick. First off, as you can see, yes, my Yol did leave me. Apparently, she found herself a new bird. So I'm back on my chocobo, as standard procedure always is at the start of a new expansion. Hopefully I will find a expansion-specific one that I can ride around. Second, yes, we're gonna be doing ether currents again, although thankfully there's now only 5 per area for past expansions. So Shadowbringers is now only 5. Technically that also means Heavensward and Stormblood are also only at 5. So my old videos are all out of date. Basically half of those ether currents no longer exist. And thirdly, I suppose we should go over some of the basic abilities for El Seijo, because this thing has a lot of them and they're pretty damn complicated. The first couple here, Diagnosis, single target heal, Prognosis is our AoE heal, Physis is our regen and also boosts HP regen abilities, and of course Asuna the job action. These four cost these blue abilities called Adder Skulls. These basically regenerate over time. Exarch is just an instant heal. By the way, all of these also restore my mana and doesn't really have much of a cooldown. These two have a 30-second cooldown. This is a AoE heal. This is an AoE barrier. This one is an AoE heal and an AoE barrier, but it has the longest cooldown. These two are my damage skills, single target and AoE. This, Eucrasia, this is really cool. If I hit this, boom. Now all of a sudden 3 of my abilities are different. These two become shields. This one becomes a dot. Now every time I pop a shield, and by pop a shield I mean a shield on somebody gets popped by damage, I'll earn one of these little things down here called Adder Sting. Those go to Toxicon. That's just sort of an instant cast AoE damage ability. Res and Swift Cast, we already know. Icarus is a dash. Yes, I have a healer with a dash. What else do we have over here? Zoe is basically a big buff to my next heal. Cardia, really cool ability. This sucker tags one of my party members, and from then on, any damaging abilities I cast, heal them. Now, it's a pitiful little heal. It's basically the same as the fairies from Scholar, but it's still a free heal. This cranks up the Cardia heal to something actually meaningful. Pepsis basically eats my shields for big old heals. And lastly, Haima puts regenerating shields around people. One person in this case. There is a upgraded version called Panhaima. And every time the shield pops, a new one comes in. At the end of the duration, they get healed based on how many shields they have left. So that's Sage in a nutshell. And as you can see, Eucrasia lasts forever. Or until I actually use the Eucrasia buff. All right, Mr. Ferryman, I think I'm done showing off how Sage works. Let's get this party started. Headed to the survey site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Well, then, all aboard. Well, this area is big and impressive. Well, they did say this was the base of the tower. It is humongous.
Look how many people there are.
Yes, not one of them doing any
Should
actual
we get to
work.
it, then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Well, if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Oh my god, when's the last time we heard Biggs actually talk?
Biggs! Wedge!
Aw, Wedge still has that little crush on Tataru.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
What, is he setting up for the raid series already?
Thrice as hard, even.
Oh my god. I can't deal with the Wedge voice, wow.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
Well, let's get searching. Ooh, this could take all day. A week even.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
I could try if you like.
Oh.
Tataru, no! We couldn't ask you to do that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
That's some new tech. Showing off voice lines without having a text box up. Oh. I do believe I've spotted something. It's a rock.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in.
This looks like it has the Garland Ironworks logo on it.
What's that you got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Oh shit!
Now I have you.
Uh-oh.
You are right.
Nope.
What's happening?
My turn to get abducted, it looks like.
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Oh, this is supposed to happen.
Really? Lovely.
Throw wide the gates that we may pass.
Oh, safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
I will, Tataru, I will! If I can. Ooh, ah. Great. Another soul-sucked body for Tataru to take care of, I suppose. And I go off to where the Scions are. Hopefully. Oh my god! I'm a-flying! Nope, no, this is not flying, this is just falling. What?
The dawn's light will shine again.
Oh, do not look at me so.
Oh, god damn it! Hoshafont!
There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you. I must say your spirited accounts always comes in well context.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
The Warriors of Darkness? What the hell is going on? Oh god! Okay, that looks like Minfilia. What?
Your time has not yet come.
Yeah, that was definitely Minfilia. Or rather, the Oracle of Light. Oof, god dang. Okay, a little too bright here, people. My eyes are sensitive. Eesh. Is the whole bloody place here just like bleached out? That's him, isn't it? The Warrior of Darkness. Wandering around. Oh. I don't remember if we heard his name yet or not. Ah, bad drugs, man. Bad drugs. Ugh. What the heck? Where the hell am I? Purple foliage. Holy cow. Those were some bad drugs. Ooh. hell's up with the sky?
From endless dreams I awake.
Ooh there. Ooh there. Easy does it.
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
Of course it does. There's somebody over there. Well, might as well go see them. I mean, somebody is better than nobody. Is this bird gonna turn and squawk at me? Nope, he saw me. Wait a minute. Ain't he the carriage driver from...
to meet
It
someone
is.
out here is not a peddler himself. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
Night? Too fucking bright to be night. Yeah, seriously. What do you mean it's time of night? It's as bright as day. Yeah, exactly. The hell, man. Sky. Sky is obviously not night.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time.
Eh?
And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk, you, he'd reply.
Okay. I mean, is this bright all the time? God, this must be a terrible
Over
place.
100 bleeding years ago, that's when.
100 years without night? What in the hell? That sounds horrible. Anyway, isn't this guy the carriage driver from the opening of Rome Reborn?
You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it.
I swear he is.
Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar. That explains it then.
Eh? What got to me? Oh, the booze. The booze got to me. He's like, more for me then.
Well, I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby.
Town? Town sounds good.
Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. Tis the biggest settlement for malms around.
Sure.
Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Crystarium? Well, I'm supposed to be looking for a big shiny tower. You telling me they have a crystal tower here too? There is one, I can't see it from where I am. Oh. The Stormblood theme kicks up already. Well, I'm just gonna slow walk the whole way there? I have a chocobo!
To dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
Shadowbringers. Roll credits! We're already there. Well, that was an interesting opening. So, where the blazes am I? Norvrant, Lakeland, the Forest of the Lost Shepherd. So I don't have to go very far, thankfully. It just wants me to go straight ahead. There is Aetheryte there. There's an Aetheryte over here, which I probably won't be able to get to either of those anytime soon. And I also have to put on... oh, right. I forgot. The ether compass is no longer part of my key items. It did say it was in my collection. Ah, right, here it is. So I can just hotbar this because I'm gonna need it. And the compass does not detect nearby ether currents? Weird, I can't even bird here. Oh, this is scripted, isn't it? Oh, well. I mean, we don't have far to go, so that's kind of nice. I'm a little spread. I can see the tower from here. I was just looking in the slightly wrong direction. Well, let me get sprinting. This lovely, lovely haunting melody. The Accessor Gate. The game just wanted me to slow roll this whole way.
Halt!
Eh? Oh. Of course, new Vera race. Gotta have a Vera character to play around with.
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Okay. Can't really place that accent though. Kind of Romanian, maybe.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions.
Alright, shoot.
From where do you hail?
Where do I hail? Limsa Laminsa. The source. Yeah, character was technically originally from Limsa Laminsa.
Do you take me for a fool? No such place exists.
Eh?
Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin. But instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
But I was honest! Oh, she's a dancer too! Whoa! The hell is that thing? Besides ugly. Whoa.
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand. Ring and all.
Wait a minute. Ring? Oh, don't tell me. Oh, son of a bitch! I just met the guy and he's dead! Well, that's disappointing. I see we're setting the tone for this one a little on the dark side.
Everything all right, Captain?
Oh, hey. It's the crystal guy.
Quite all right, my lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Sin eater, huh?
I see. Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more.
That would be a good idea. So this guy is the Crystal Exarch.
But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
I'm pretty sure she was about to object.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known. Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city.
That's good, because I was going to run around the city anyway.
Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
Fair enough.
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Why the secrecy? But alright.
Right then, before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
Yeah, no problem. Like I got a choice.
I had intended to bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you were still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief.
Dude, you aimed at like 5, maybe. How many did he get? Let's see, he got Alphino, he got Alice, he got Thancred, he got Orange, And you got it stolen. Yeah, you had 5 chances before this to perfect your aim, and you still couldn't aim right? Not trusting you in a fight.
And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact.
Oh my goodness. We're in a parallel world! Lovely.
As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Okay, but why? I'm still not hearing a why. Are the other Scions here? Do you have any idea how much trouble you've caused? Yeah, no, seriously. Where are the other Scions?
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you.
Seriously?
Let us begin with the glaring skies up above.
Yeah, if this is supposed to be nighttime, it's too damn bright. So, WTF.
Here in the first, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost.
Damn.
And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity.
Lovely. I suppose a lot of the creatures we're going to be seeing around here are those.
It was to save the first from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes.
And yet you got me, so I suppose we're all screwed.
And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the first, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
Wait, why is that?
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
Fine. Suppose, yeah, if we're standing out here on the road, we could be attacked by Sin Eaters. Or your guard again, I suppose. Besides, I want to see what this big old city looks like. That is a long bridge. Thank you for not making me walk the whole thing. Okay. I'm liking the architecture. Kind of reminds me of Arboretum. Oh, damn. Ah, good etherite. Always important.
Proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion.
Lovely.
Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol. A monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
Are those a Malja? Wow. I suppose when your world's falling to hell, everyone's gonna group together. Norvrant, the Crystarium. Our new main city to play around in. And our first quest, finally in the bag. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Welcome indeed. Now, interesting question. Will I be able to get enough experience where I don't have to go level grinding? That's the real question. City of the First. And as you can see, the loot that they're giving me is 385 gear, which actually is what the Sage starts in. So I don't have to pick this up. Save it for something else. Now, A full and frank discussion in the privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful were you first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. Wander around the city and talk to people. Yeah, it seems like a standard starter quest to me. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aetheryte, a convenience with which I am sure you are only too familiar. Being the rightful object of my summoning spell, you should in theory be able to reach all the way back along your etheric trail and find a connection in the source, believe it or not. Wait, I can teleport back to the source from here? Damn, that's convenient. I strongly suggest you complete this attunement before venturing any further. No kidding. Probably a good idea also to set this as my current home point. After you have done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetheryte and head out to the left to arrive in the crystalline mean. This is where you'll find our collection of crafters and gatherers, as well as the spokeswoman, Caitlys, one of the people I should like you to meet. Caitlys. Another is Morin. To reach him and his Cabinet of Curiosity, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps, take the exit on the left, and simply continue straight along and down until you come to the large doors at the end of the path. And then to the right. The third and final person I should like you to meet is Bragi, our man in charge of trade and distribution. He is to be found in the markets, which you can access from the opposite side of the Aetheryte Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city and hopefully gain a feel for the place. I trust my directions were simple enough. I think I can manage. Crystal clear. They're writing down the what now? No, I can figure it out from here. I got a mini-map, I'm good. Ah, very good. I concede the layout of the Crystarium owes more to historic necessity than planning, but I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. Yeah, I do remember getting lost in this place once or twice. In all honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. As you discovered during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars, and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. Mayhaps I should keep it to myself then. That being the case, when they ask whence you hail, as they inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. Lovely, just makes me want to know more. When you've finished making the rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Well, until then. Until then, indeed. Time for me to wander around town and get lost again. Anyway, if we take a look at the map, this place is flipping huge. This is our new hub town, just like Ishgard and Kugane before them. And of course, there's going to be Aetherites all over the place. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 small Aetherites I gotta pick up in my wanderings. And first things first, because it's even part of the quest, before anything else, attune to the Aetherite in the Crystarium. All that this is actually part of the quest. By focusing your senses, you detect the flow of vastly different currents of ether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable, and should allow teleportation to Aetherites in the source. Yeah, but how much are they? That's a real question, because I think these are probably, ooh, they changed the prices. These weren't too bad. Ooh, Kugane is still expensive. It used to be that teleporting from anywhere in Norvrant to anywhere in the source was a solid $9.99, but they kind of rebalanced those around Endwalker. Before I forget, I do want to make this my new home point, because Rolger's Reach is no longer of any real use to us. As I go around, hit up the Aetherites around town, and find the people I'm supposed to talk to. Well, this is a fun looking area. This is the Crystalline Mean. And this must be Caitlys. I love this area. Yeah, this is definitely the Crafter-Gatherer hub. Oh, as a bonus, when I get around to doing the job quest videos, that also means I can do the Crafters and Gatherers finally. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary.
The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come knocking, so it's a damn sight safer here than it is out there.
Ah, was wondering about that. Handy.
Safer and more civilized, too. Thanks to us and the Mean. We work together to procure materials and resources, and craft the goods which make city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mended or a kettle forged. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those Morin layabouts. Here at the Crystarium, we work for a living.
Your Morin layabouts? Wonder if those might be the fat cats we saw in the trailer.
Though I see you're no stranger to honest labor. You don't have that whiff of indolence about you like some folk I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where is it you're from?
Crystal Exarch territory, apparently.
One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well, I won't pry. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours.
I see we's a popular character around.
It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the entire thing out of thin air.
Whoa.
It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, this place gradually expanded into the thriving metropolis Gusi Tegay. Cool. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks exactly the same as he did back then.
Decades? Exarch doesn't age? Maybe he just gets more crystalline as the years goes on.
He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down.
That's good.
So if he and you wish to remain silent about your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy.
Good.
I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you want to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you've had a chance to settle in.
Well, sad to say, this character can't craft beans. No, seriously, he has no idea how to craft beans.
Just ask for Caitlys, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Mean. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning.
Your exchange with Caitlys has taught you about life in the Crystarium. Cool. Damn, check this area out. Woo-hoo-hoo. My word. This is some really cool terrain that they put in this one. And this should be very close to our next person. Just gotta pick up the Aetheryte shard first off. And we'll find Morin in the Cabinet of Curiosity, which I'm guessing is through the big doors, and oh my goodness. It's a library, and a big one too, holy cow. Where's the sci-fi section? I have got a hankering for some books to read. There's Morin, finally. I didn't get a good look at you. I'm gonna have to go by the hair.
Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic rules, you see, and...
Yes? Come on, let me get a good... Oh, no, he's a dude. I'm sorry. At least I'm 90% sure you're a dude. Sometimes it's hard to tell with these faces.
What I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumpled scroll even. A scrap. A scribbled on parchment.
No. No reading on the road, I'm afraid.
My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin at your service, and his humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosity. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word.
Yeah, I hadn't guessed.
As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded history was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot of academic research?
I'm surprised the Shdola isn't camped out here.
Oh, so you've an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you would prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment, and I'll fetch it for you.
I feel like I should be insulted he's picking up a children's book, but hey, illustrations might actually be enlightening.
Ah, and here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable. Well, on with the lesson then.
Alright. Well, let's see the book then. Ah, here we are.
100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warriors of Light slew the Shadowkeeper, the Steward of Darkness.
Villains known as the Warriors of Light? What? That doesn't seem right.
In the wake of this tainted deed, light began to pour into the world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous blinding wave rose up and swept across our star. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland.
Shit. That sounds horrible. Whoa.
Yet, just when it seemed that all would be lost, a savior appeared before us. The Oracle of Light. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus was Norvrant, and Norvrant alone, spared the fate of erasure.
Ah, so Norvrant is the continent or country that we're on, not the name of the world. Kind of like how Eorzea is the continent name and not the world. The world's just Hydaelyn. Another page. And there must be the Sin Eaters.
Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspect to bedevil the few folk who survived. These Sin Eaters were light incarnate, and their fulgent presence stole the night from Norvrant's sky. Even now, they circle the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh.
Shit. Oh, this sounds like a lovely place.
And thus did the world become what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I would be glad to retell it for you. Or if you would rather I would speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company.
Your exchange with Morin has taught you about the Flood of Light. It has also taught me how screwed this side of the world is. Oh boy. Anyway, with my recent pickup, that covers 4 Aetherytes. This one is probably where the quest ends, so let's jump back to the Crystarium and get the 2 I'm missing down here. So this is the shopping center. That's a Reaper portal. That is a lot of stalls. And of course, Master Bragi, what are the cat guys? They were also introduced in this expansion. Can't remember their name off the top of my head. I mean, I know what they're called here, but, not Rotoguy, no. Hrothgar, that's what it is. God, I can't believe I forgot that. I think here they're actually called Ronso. If you've ever played FF10, you probably understand that. New to the city, friend. The spinning head and wide eyes gives you away. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Welcome. My name is Broggy, and I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchants stock a range of equipment for Mistel such as yourself, so finding something in your size shouldn't be a problem. Mistel? I'm sorry, did you say Mistel? I'm actually a Mikote. Yeah, all the races here have different names. Must be a dialect I'm not familiar with. Yep, all the races here are different names as opposed to what they are on Hydaelyn. Let's see if we can straighten this out. See, there's 2 in the front of us. The shorter one is a Hume, and the taller one is an elf. That sturdy individual over there is Gulgent, whilst the one with the horns is a Drawn. And there you have those large, scaly chaps with long tails and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be the Zune. The Zune, huh? Yep, all the names in this place are screwy. Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Exarch territory, my friend. Ah, the same as the Exarch, eh? Well, that explains it. He always gets the names wrong, too. You don't get much further flung than that. You've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years, and despite their obvious learning, they've floundered over the simplest things. But not to worry. Should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Your exchange with Braki has taught you about the peoples of the First. Well, that was handy. And yeah, I was right. The quest turn-in is right by the last Aetheryte. So let me get the 2 I'm missing, and we'll head over there. And this should be the last one, and there's the Exarch over there waiting for us. Perfect. You've tuned yourself to all the Aethernet shards in the Crystarium. Lakeland is now accessible as a destination. Thank goodness. I can auto-leave when I need to. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? I believe so, yeah. They're literally turn-ins. Yes, it seems you were treated to a most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but 'twas necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted that details were sparse. The structure is in fact the self-same one you know from the source, transported to the First in its entirety. How the hell did you manage that? It's still there in the source! It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run for your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Oh, he yanked it out of the far future, I'm guessing. Or maybe the distant past, I'm not sure. Well, that's gonna be a hell of a story. Travelers of Norvrant, this should be the last quest I do today. You've done as I requested, and learned something of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfilled my half of the bargain, and explained what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I would rather have in the privacy of my quarters, however. I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. That would be good. The tower's gate lies open then. Just like that? Then Graha is. Yeah, exactly. Didn't Graha seal himself in the tower? I am not familiar with that name. Is there something I should know? Maybe he yanked the tower from the past then. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it best that we focus on the present. And interesting enough, you actually were forced to complete the Crystal Tower before starting the Shadowbringers quest line, which, you know, you didn't have to do before that, so... Curious. Anyway, Mr. Gatekeep? Greetings, sir. The Exarch awaits you within. Yes, he does. Let me in. I definitely don't recognize this room from my explorations of the tower. All right, buddy, time to start explaining.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind.
Lovely. Keeping secrets already.
Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow Scions.
Yes.
To put it simply, they are here in the First.
Good.
Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source.
Oh, God. How long have they been here?
In the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted.
Oh, crap. It's gonna be like years when I get back to the Source from Shadowbringers, and things are gonna go straight to hell.
That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time.
Oh, okay. Fine, you nip my little concern right in the bud there, why not you? Good.
As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Shit, he's been here 5 years? Yustola and Urianger have been here 3? And I'm guessing Alphino and Alice are probably either 2 and 1.
Even our more recent arrivals, Alphino and Alice, have lived in the first for almost a year.
Shit.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well.
Yeah. So you kept missing. An interesting question. How are they living here? Their bodies are still back in the source.
As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch.
And apparently showed up without clothing. Lovely. So, okay. They're not fully here, but I'm guessing I am in that case, because I can travel freely back and forth between Norvrant and the source.
Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Shit! Oh, that's not good. How the hell are we gonna get them back then? Then find a way to send them back, exactly. What have they been doing all this time? No, then find a way to send them back. If I'm the one you wanted, get them back home.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least.
Yeah, but if freaking Thancred's been here 5 years, well, he's probably pretty useless when it comes to research, but Y'shtola and Uranger? 3 years? Ugh. I'd have figured they'd found something by then.
As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Uranger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift.
Mm. So Uranger probably didn't get to look very much, because I think him and Y'shtola probably showed up at about the same time.
In that chaotic no man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways.
Mm.
What Uranger saw was the future. That which would one day come to pass.
And it probably sucked.
In his vision of tomorrow, the first was rejoined with the source.
That's not good.
This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Shit. That's what the Ascians are trying to do, cause another calamity.
Amongst those who perished, Uranger clearly saw the fall of the Scions' mightiest champion. He watched you die.
Oh shit! Wow! What?
And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours.
So that's what they've been doing this whole time. They're trying to save my sorry butt.
Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity.
Oh, okay, so I just have to go on an extermination spree. That doesn't sound too difficult.
Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events.
Yeah, I would. You gonna actually, produce one of the Scions to confirm all this?
And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips.
Yeah, I would.
I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least?
Let's just say you haven't earned my distrust. But still, for the moment. Aye, but I'll see you keep that promise. For want of a better choice, yeah, for the moment.
Excellent. You will not regret this.
I better not.
With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
I mean, I've kind of already been everywhere. But sure, I suppose. Guided tour it is. Alright, fine. Show me around.
The Crystarium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just become available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along.
I was already by the market, though. Alright. Such a lovely place. Actually is rather nice looking.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here.
Okay.
Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Oh, okay. I was actually... No, I didn't even think about that for a second. I was like, oh god. I guess gold is gold. No exchange
Each
rate?
nation once minted its own coins, but was all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal.
Ah, and since gil is basically gold, it works just fine here.
As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here.
Ah, and since the Crystal Tower's from the source, yeah, simple enough.
And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice.
Lucky me.
From what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Yeah, the aetheryte shards? Allegan tomestones? Go figure. Look like cell phones. He's like, oh god damn it, not again with the flipping tombstones!
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your home world. Avan Kerm Sin?
Eh? The hell are you speaking?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
Nani the hell?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm.
Hello?
And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
I'm getting assistance from the fair folk? This seems dangerous, man. These guys are notorious tricksters in both mythologies. Oh. I'm being scrutinized.
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift?
Mm-hmm.
How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do.
Yeah, you make it sound like I had a choice.
After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
Oh god. This feels like a trap.
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yeah, actually they did. I'm pretty sure my teeth and nails did.
Just as I thought. Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass.
That's handy.
From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Huh. I'm getting a little Fey language lesson here.
Raise your hand.
Okay. I, Dekumon Let's Play, do solemnly swear. Oh, okay, like this. Fine.
Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Oh my god. Okay, a little too eager there.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Oh, yeah, that's actually not a terrible idea. Oh god, Tataru's gonna freak out when she sees you. Send a message to Tataru. Send a message to Kryl. Ooh, tough calls there. I mean, whoever I send it to, the other one will get it too, so let's send it to Tataru. Give her a nice little spook.
Consider it done.
And off he goes. Or she. I'm still never quite sure.
That was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings.
I mean, for all I know, you know, we're talking genders 3, 4, 5, or 6 with this one.
They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium.
Well, that's handy.
Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Yeah. But we were. Better have some thick-ass shutters if I'm gonna be sleeping in the daylight like this. As a result of your pact with Feo Ul, you now have access to delivery moogles, market boards, and summoning bells while in the first. Very handy. Ah, here we are. Finally. Let me get a good look at this place. Ooh. Wow. This is a fancy hotel. Look at that. There's even entertainment. Ah, there you are. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodation. You'll have a private room here at the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of as you see fit. When you're ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings. Pray rest and recuperate, and we shall reconvene in the Oculo anon. I believe that covers all of the practical concerns. That would be good. I'm still being entertained here. Thank you for answering my call, Dekumon. We are denied the comforting blanket at night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Ah, I need a rest. A pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready if you'd care to retire. Sure. Damn. You gave me a suite. This place is huge. Hell, it's even got a glamour dresser and everything. And like I wanted, thick-ass shutters to keep the damn light sky out. May have to get some blackout curtains though. Eh? You?
You?
The Warrior of Darkness? What are you doing here, man? How'd you get... Well, I suppose I know how you got here. Infilia brought you here.
You're the Warrior of Light from the Source.
And you are painfully bright to look at. The Warrior of Darkness? Yeah, exactly. And who are you again? No, I'm not that much of a jerk.
Did you just... You can hear me?
Wait, are you saying... Oh god, you're a ghost.
Oh, gods, how long has it been? That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness.
Mm-hmm.
My real name is Ardbert.
Ah.
I used an alias in the Source. A daft one, looking back.
Ardbert, huh? So we finally get your name.
If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
You were the warriors of light from this world. Just did your damn job too well.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Scions. Let them guide us to the source and tried to hasten their goddamned ardor.
Yeah, not realizing that your world would be rejoined with the source in the process, and you'd all end up dead anyway.
I remember when we fell, defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
Yep. Really good episode. One of my favorites. I love that sequence.
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back. Just faded away. Leaving me to bear witness.
And you've just been wandering the world ever since, almost like in penance, huh? Shit. Poor guy.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
Apparently about 100 years. So, damn.
100 years. 100 long years.
God, has he just been stuck here that whole time? Unable to talk to anybody? Damn. That is horrible sounding. No. No collision.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
That sounds horrible.
I feel as if I've been walking forever. I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. Then bang! My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room.
Oh, I'm your anchor.
Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that?
Well, apparently I'm here to help kill off all the Sin Eaters. So that's gonna be a fun little diversion / trip. Also, I gotta get the Scions back.
You were summoned to save the first.
Yeah, ironic, isn't it? After you showed up from the first trying to destroy the source.
A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who tried to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured.
Maybe.
If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end. Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light.
Yeah, I might not want to use that moniker here.
But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Yeah, I mean, they basically labeled you guys the villains at the end. Just crash in the freaking uniform. Well, it's probably more comfortable than me trying to sleep in my bard armor. I'd look outside to see what time it is, but the sky is not really a useful indicator of that anymore. Not here, at least. Back here in the ocular.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest?
Yeah, you didn't tell me the quarters were haunted. Well, enough, thank you. I had myself a ghostly visitor, yeah. Yeah, I had a very unexpected guest.
I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know.
He doesn't believe me.
Now, let us return to the subject of the Scions' whereabouts.
No kidding. That would be a very good... Ah, and a map of the world, or what's left of it.
This map shows the lands of Norvrant, the only area to be spared the flood of light.
Jeez. It looks like it was basically just closing in on this area from all sides. Obviously the Crystarium and the Dead Center.
The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland. To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger. To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest.
Of course the Scions are scattered all over the place.
Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
So those are out to start with.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness.
Yeah, that's definitely the city we saw in the trailer.
For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement.
Yep, definitely sounds like something Alphino would do.
Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armarang. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters.
And Alice would go there and help no matter what. Yeah, sounds just like her too.
In contrast to her brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe.
Okay, that's 4, so where's Thancred? What? Where's Thancred then?
So, will it be Calicia or Armarang? It matters not which you choose to visit first. Simply inform me once you have made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount.
I'm gonna get my mount already?
But you must be wondering about Thancred. He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters. Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Of course. This is Thancred we're talking about. Not too bad. Sounds like I'm gonna have a choice as to where I go next, right? Yep, I have it, in search of Alphino and in search of Alice. Well, I think this is a good place to be in search of a nice stopping point. So, if you enjoyed this, please leave a like and favorite, and subscribe to join me for more Norvrant adventures. And as always, I'll see you in the next video.